Javi Luna, all the way from Corona, Corpus Christi.
If Corona free Corpus Christi as of this afternoon. We
Really?
still zero confirmed cases. One of the largest cities was still zero confirmed cases.
Wow,
So
I didn't
we
know
hold
that.
we holding it
Congratulations,
down.
guys.
You know what I'm saying? Body of
I mean,
Christ.
you have to, yeah, you have to pick whatever C you want, right? Either chlamydia or Corona. You guys pick.
Yeah, we're sticking with the STDs, man. We don't fuck with the Rona. We got Selena down there on the Bayfront. She's protecting us, and you know,
Who did that? Who put the mask on Selena?
I mean, who knows? I mean, it was a good picture. I mean,
It was a
like
very good picture.
it was
Leave her
good thinking.
alone, guys.
We don't want her to get sick, bro. We love her. Just
It's a little too late.
like
Um,
a little too late. Save the statue.
so what's up, man? Are you guys currently in I guess a lot shut down? Are you guys like in quarantine yourselves?
Um,
Social distancing, I
Social
guess.
distancing, definitely practicing the social distancing part of it.
Hmm.
My wife's a school teacher, so her spring break right now it still feels like it's just an extra long spring break. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I think
Hmm.
after this next week, I think it starts to get real. I think everyone's kind of having fun with it. It's kind of like, oh, we get a week off, you know. But right now you know, yeah, it's pretty much like that. So she's home. We have the little one, and I don't got any shows or anything. I substitute teach, so I can't do that right now. Uh,
Yeah, and you
so
also drive, don't you?
so yeah, the Uber driving has slowed down, but I actually recently started doing favor to kind of make up for it because I kind of
Mm.
doing comedy. I kind of built like this little three-prong revenue stream for myself, so that way I could travel when I needed to, and didn't have to worry about leaving a 9 to 5 job, and two of those legs are swept out from under me this week.
No
So
shit.
so
Did you get any
so
shows canceled?
yeah, all my shows for the remaining of March, April into the middle of May. So
Oh
I lost a
man.
substantial amount of work. I'm on Chingo. I'm uh, the primary opener this year for Chingo Bling's going viral tour. I know, kind of, but they might
Going
have to
viral
they might
tour.
have to rethink the name after once we start back
I
up.
think so.
But
How ironic, man. That's
yeah,
so
yeah, yes.
crazy.
That's the name of the tour this year, going viral. And so that was a big chunk of work that I lost, as well as a few corporate gigs that I had between here and there. Just
Oh,
aren't.
those are the good ones, the good
Those
paychecks.
those are normally better paying, good, well paying, yeah. And then with merch and everything on Chingo's tour, I do well too. So it's a significant hit right now. And then like I said, I also when I'm home, I teach for the local school district and also for a
Yeah.
night school program that teaches GED. Can't do that either. So right now it's Ubering and delivering people Chick-fil-A. It's
Doesn't Uber freak you out a little bit though? Like having random people go in and out of your
Yeah,
car?
I've kind of been glad that Uber hasn't been popping too much because
Hmm.
of that reason. I know in larger cities, a lot of people they were showing some Uber drivers had put up like some plastic, like a barrier.
Oh, like a barrier?
Yeah, what
Oh
I've done
wow.
now is because usually I'm the type of driver I don't care. Like if you want to sit up front with me, go ahead. Doesn't bother me. Just as long as don't I just don't like when people sit next to me and then don't talk. Like if you're gonna sit up front, we're gonna have a conversation. You know
Yeah.
because it's
You
just
should put a
otherwise that's just
sign.
weird. Like you're just sitting next to me being quiet. Um, but uh, but so now with everything that's going on, what I've done is I have my food bag to do the food deliveries, and I sit in
Yeah.
my passenger seat, so that way they can't sit there. They don't even ask or try. And
Oh, I see.
they probably don't want to either. They know where the hell I've been. They could be feeling the
Yeah,
same
I'm
same
too much
way.
of a hypochondriac to do that because this thing's airborne. Like you don't even have to cough or sneeze, even if you just do
Yeah,
like a laugh, like ha ha, just like that little air. Yeah, those droplets you can breathe them in. You know what I mean? So I just
yeah,
don't you ever get like worried? Not so much for yourself, but you come home to your family and stuff like
yeah.
that. You know?
I mean, it's like anything, precautions. Like I said, I haven't been doing the Uber as much. I've been doing mainly the food delivery
Yeah.
aspect of it, and that's better because a lot of the times those people, like, I don't even see them. I just leave the food at the door.
I
Like
was about
favor.
to say, do they come out and spray you?
Yeah, they don't. I keep the Lysol in the car. I spray it down after every ride when I do have people.
Yeah.
Uh, and normally when I come home, I change, right away anyway, just out of habit. It's just
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
that's my little like, oh, okay, I'm not working anymore. That's how I tell my body, like, I need to relax, like kind of chill, go to the room, and, freshen up, change clothes,
Man.
get ready for the night, kind of thing.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that don't like my job doesn't. I had to literally say I want 4 days off, and I just took them because it was getting too stressed out. I work in a phone company at the
Oh,
store,
right.
so there's random people coming in and out, in and out, in and out, dealing with money. I got too stressed out, and I was like, I need 4 days off. I just need to get away from this for a little bit because I'm stressing out, and it's working. I've been here at home, and it's been a fucking dream. Like I'm
Yeah.
so easygoing, getting content done, drinking water, taking vitamins. I lost 6 pounds because I haven't drank in 2 weeks. And
Ah.
it's not because I don't want to drink. I see a lot of people be like, "Oh, you're taking toilet paper. I'm gonna take beer." I was like, "Are you sure you want to take beer?" There's no water for the hangover. I don't know if you guys know that. You know what I mean? There's no water left. So yeah, I haven't drank, and I lost 6 pounds, and I haven't even been working out. I just found out like, oh shit, if I stop drinking, you can lose weight like that. That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. Alcohol is a big deal with that stuff. Bill Burr
Yeah,
always
man.
talks about, like, he feels like his head shrinks. As he said, he says, he goes, alcohol. People that drink a lot, they have swollen heads. And I've never
Yeah.
noticed that until he brought it up, and I was like, I do that. I was like, yeah, everyone I know that drinks pretty much has a pretty fat head. It's something.
Oh, hey. Yeah, I got a pretty big head actually. Yeah. I was gonna ask you, what do you think about these comics doing these virtual open mics? Let's talk about that.
I mean,
I already know. I already know this
because
conversation is gonna be good because you look up and go. I
'cause-
mean,
well, listen. Here's the thing. I got mixed emotions, and I'm not one to ever try to knock anyone's
of course.
hustle. But I'll answer it from this aspect. I've had a lot of people reach out to me and like, oh, say you should do this. You should set up a virtual comedy tour because I really am missing the stage right now.
Yeah.
April 1st will be my ninth year doing comedy, and in those 9 years, I've never missed more than 5 to 7 days without getting on stage,
Getting on
and
stage.
that's
Damn.
including when my mother, my father passed, my best friend passed, when my marriage collapsed. I was on the stage that night or the very next night. Like, nothing's too. I've been gutted open through surgery twice. And within a week I was back up there with my foot in a cast and everything. So to tell me that I'm not going to be
Wow.
on stage for 8 weeks has been a big downer for me. Earlier this week, I probably wouldn't have been able to talk to you on this podcast. I was just I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe that my career that I had worked for just got shut down in the blink of an eye.
Yeah.
It was amazing. So I get it, and a lot of people said, "Oh, do a virtual tour, do a virtual show," and maybe, but the understanding is that that's not stand up. Like, we're talking about something
Yeah.
different now. Stand up comedy for me at least, it's a conversation. It's being in a room with that audience, reading that audience, feeling the vibe. Like, in when you're connected with them, you read from them, you can tell how fast they need to go. Some audiences, they just want, hey, next joke, next joke, next joke, rapid fire,
Yeah.
let's
Yeah.
do it. Some you can kind of relax with and sit back. You're not gonna get that doing a
Like
virtual
they're letting you
live
set
show.
up the crowds that let you set up to where you want to go.
Right, right.
Yeah.
And you're not going to be able to read that. You're now doing frozen speech over the internet, and you have no idea. Kind of like, now it's more akin to like a podcast. You don't know if you're making the person laugh, your best bet is if you have a co-host, you can kind of get an idea. Oh, well, I made them laugh, so hopefully the people out there are
Which,
laughing.
by the way, let me tell you, I like when you and your wife just talk. It's just so pleasing. It's nice to
Yeah,
see that. You know, it's nice to see what's it called? A married couple, especially like a comic being married. Because I'm a big fan of your mom's house, the Tom Segura podcast. I don't know if you
uh-huh.
ever seen that show. I'm a
I
huge
haven't, but I've
fan of
heard of
it.
it. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they're married. Obviously, he's with his wife, and they have such great chemistry. Like it's amazing, and that's the kind of chemistry you guys have. So
Yeah.
it's maybe she can be your co-host when he's or a separate podcast from
Yeah.
yours. I think that would be a great idea. Because there's a venue for that. You know what I mean? There's
Hmm.
what's it called? There's what is it called? Lost my train of thought. There's a market for that. There's a market for
But
that. You know,
yeah.
married couples.
Yeah,
Anyways,
for
I
sure.
fucking got off track
We
there.
have fun doing it. It's our favorite thing to do every week. She looks forward to it. We've been doing it for a year now. It's called the Original Gordito Podcast for those of you, your folks listening. Look us up. We're on
Yeah,
iTunes and Spotify, and like you said, it's me and my wife,
yeah.
and it's
I'll
basically
put
just us.
I'll put all the links on the YouTube and Facebook.
Yeah, and it's just kind of us. We just kind of chat, and I try to make her laugh as much as I can for an hour because it's one of my favorite things to do. And we're actually we're getting ready to start going bi-weekly, at least for the time being, since we have the downtime. We're
You have the
here.
time. Yeah.
We gotta up the content, like you said. You know that's really it, to find other ways other than on stage to entertain our audiences and stay connected with them. And
Mhm.
fortunately, I've had, like I said, a couple people comment, that, hey, we're gonna be first show. You're back. We're ready. We're ready to support you, and that's
Oh,
good.
that's cool.
And
Yeah.
yeah, I can't wait to see some of those people, back out again, and it's gonna be a little different, and the material is gonna be a little different. We're gonna have to go into it, you know, our strategy. We're gonna have to
Yeah. Rescheduling is. I feel it's gonna be a bitch for a lot of comics
yeah,
because
it is.
they're already those bookings are already there. So how can they squeeze you in when these comics
Hmm.
already have their dates and it wasn't affected? You know what I mean? So that's
Right,
gonna be a
and
little bit chaotic.
like anything else, right? Just like in the economy, it's the middle that always gets the shaft. And those are the comics that are going to be greatly affected. The guys that are on the road, but they're not necessarily draws. Their weeks are going to vanish because why? Because
Mm,
all these draws and big name headliners that are having to postpone their shows, they're going to want their weekends back. And who's the club going to choose? The guy that we have to paper half the room for, or the guy that's going to sell out and we have to
of
restock the
course,
beer halfway through the
it only
weekend.
makes sense. Yeah,
And so
it's
yeah,
tough, man.
it's gonna be a shit show for a while. Even after it's done, we're gonna be feeling the after effects economically and comically for a while. Yeah.
Yeah, I love talking. The reason I'm doing this, I love talking to comics, and you're a real comic because every single person that I've had recorded today, all they want to do is talk comedy, and I fucking love that. I feel like not a lot of people understand what it is to be a comic or the withdrawal that we actually do get. I know some people might say like, oh, whatever, like they're just being a little dramatic, oh, comedy is my life. But some people have to understand that for some people it is like this is
It
all
is.
we
It is.
know. You know what I mean?
I'm not being dramatic. I've said, when I say I 100% believe comedy's probably saved my life more than a few times.
Yeah.
Uh, so and that's not an over exaggeration or dramatization. It's just it is what it is. So I get it when people say that it means a lot to them. I believe them, because I know how
Yeah.
much it means to me. Probably before that, I probably would have been those for you don't want to work, or you don't get it. Unless you've ever experienced it and been up there and gotten that bug. you know, it's a drug. Comedy is very much you just once you
Yep.
get a taste of it, you got to do it, and you can't stop doing it. And right now, we're all being told that we can't do it in the same
Yeah.
way that we're used to doing it. So we're having to find the
Yeah.
podcasts and the starting side projects. And luckily for me,
Yeah.
I don't just do stand up. I love writing sketch and filming sketch. I haven't been able to do as much of it lately as I can. So this is kind of my time to hopefully put out some stuff. I usually try to keep my productions pretty small, just 2 or 3 actors and me. So as long as we can do that safely, I hope to be able to record some stuff,
Yeah, and
without too much
back
contact.
what you were saying about being a drug. The best proof is like whenever you get off stage, especially right after you finish performing, you just want to get back on. Like it
Absolutely.
wasn't enough. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
I sometimes I've done shows out of town, and they're like, "There's a mic." I was like, "Let's hit it. Let's fucking hit it." Especially after getting off of a good show, you're already at this fucking like, "Oh, let's fucking go hit a mic." You don't have to, but you want to get
Yeah.
that energy, that fix.
Absolutely, man. It's that way.
Just imagine if we would overdose from getting on stage, a lot of us would be dead.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. I've when I've been in towns that have multiple stages that you can get on a night, because it's a rarity, and you're in a similar boat, in Laredo, you're probably lucky if there's one a night. What do you got, like 3 or 4 stage
One,
opportunities a week? Once a week,
maybe twice.
twice a week.
That's it. Yeah, that's
So,
all we
so
got.
three times
Sometimes.
three times a week would be good for you. Like that's a
Yeah,
fantastic
I think
thing, right?
so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's and if you're talking about larger cities, they can get up 2 or 3 times a night. So that's a treat for us. When I find
Sometimes
myself,
4 times, yeah.
yeah, exactly. If I find myself in Dallas or Austin, somewhere where that has multiple mics a night or multiple shows where I know somebody that I can get on in one night, I love doing that. I'll do that all the time
Yeah.
because you don't get that here. I've run into it multiple shows a night here, but normally it's coupled with like private gigs or stuff like that where I stuff that I built myself. Not so much that there's established rooms to get into.
Yeah, and let me ask you about this whole situation, the thing that we're going on right now, or the thing that the world's going through right now. Do you see hope in it? Do you see any kind of a glimpse of hope, or is it too early to tell?
Hope is as far as like
Like
what? Like,
the outcome of you and your family, the outcome of Texas, the outcome of the United States,
oh yeah, I
the
mean,
economy, society
I mean, like
collapsing.
like I
You
said,
know what I
like I
mean?
said earlier. I mean, don't kid yourself. Like the wheels are already set in motion. Like this is
Hmm.
not gonna be good. How bad is it gonna be? I don't know. I hope that it's similar to like 2008, and maybe a couple people might get their houses foreclosed on, and it was bad. It's not great, but who knows? I mean, is it gonna be Great Depression level ruin?
Yeah.
You, you know, uh, probably somewhere in between those two. You know, so we're lucky enough. I was a young adult. During the last recession, so I got kind of an idea of what that looks like. You know, I think maybe I can weather the storm through a little bit tougher than that. But ultimately, I mean, we're gonna try to piece it back together the best we can. However long this thing is. But
Are
just
you?
know the longer that it goes, the harder it's gonna be to bounce back. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Are you a big conspiracy theorist or?
I can be. I can be. I try not to. Um, I think at a at a certain level, it's self defeating to get into that because there's only so much you can do. You know, even if you run around, you know, uh, no one's gonna listen to you. You know.
It's just a crazy person.
Yeah, especially to me, at the end of the day, you got to understand what position you're speaking from, and if I was a conspiracy theorist, and then I get to the point where like I got to run around and tell everybody what I found on the internet, right? What I was able to investigate. At
Yeah.
the end of the day, I'm a fat comedian from Corpus Christi, Texas. You know, so what kind
The-
of whistleblower would I be? Like I have no credibility. So like
yeah, I
I know I've
can't
never been
I
to
can't
medical
see you
school, but
as
this
Joe, as
this
what's
is
it
me.
called?
I I know what's going on.
Yeah,
I
I
know.
can't picture Javi Luna. They're turning the frogs gay. The government is turning all the frogs gay, which caused the AIDS that caused the coronavirus.
Yeah, man. You know, I barely got wireless internet like 2 years ago. Like I'm not a like that. Like you had to teach me how to use Skype to do this. So you know.
Oh, this was the easiest thing for me. The comic. I'm the old. I'm pretty much. I think I'm the oldest comic. Well, no, I'm not. I'm not. There's a couple of comics that are my age, but most of the scene is younger, and they have these mixing boards, which I'm pretty sure you have and shit like that, and they have these programs. I go for the easy thing. I was like, what? Skype records? Problem solved. I'll just use my headphones. I got a pretty decent phone, and I need a light, and that's it. It's been working.
So Skype records it for you, or is it? Oh yeah, Aaron is recording the call. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Or is it like a separate plug-in or something that you had to download?
No, what I do is it records it on the Skype, and then once it loads in the Skype, it keeps it there in our messages, and then
Uh-huh.
I just save it. I open it on my computer and I just save it to my laptop, the actual video, and then I start editing it and put it on YouTube.
And is it pretty good quality when you do that?
Yeah, it's decent.
It's
It's
decent.
720. Yeah,
Okay, that's not bad. All right.
that's not bad. Yeah, and for
Cool.
me
Cool.
for it, I'm using the iPhone 11, so I mean it doesn't look that bad, especially in my part of the face.
Mhm.
And yours doesn't either. Actually, this is one of the better, clearer ones that I've seen.
Yeah. Well, my wife had her nice camera set up. She used to do online teaching for kids in China, but not anymore. We cut them off.
They
We said no more English
know
for
why.
y'all.
They know why.
You know why? Don't have to say why. No, but she was doing that
Oh
in the
man.
summer, so she would get up. She would have to get up like at 4 o'clock in the morning because of the time differences. And like I would hear
Oh
like
man.
I would be asleep, and I would hear her singing like these songs, like ABC songs, like how to read over the internet.
Do
And it
you
was a
remember
hilarious
one?
thing. I told her
Say
I was like,
one.
you sound like Dora the Explorer, because it was always like, this is my head. Can you say head? And like having to do that.
Oh man. This is a bat.
Yeah,
No eat.
yeah. And then whenever the kid did it, then she had to like clap for them. Yay! I was like, oh my god.
Oh man. Well, I mean, if you really see like the Asians, like especially Japan and stuff, everyone claps, even like the
Everyone claps like that.
looking,
And then
yeah,
she had
Hawaii
them.
girls. They do that
Yeah,
stuff, so they enjoy it.
yeah. So they're used to the virtual thing. Our kids are going to learn about this virtual teaching thing, you know. And it's
Yeah.
weird. Like she told me, she goes, I have to have incentives for the child. I was like, how if they're over the internet, how what's the incentive? Like you can't give them a candy or anything. She goes, no, no, I have this monkey, this stuffed monkey, and whenever they do something good, I feed the monkey a paper banana. She's like, what?
Wow.
I was
That's
like,
kind
yeah,
of.
they get excited, and I feed the monkey the banana, and they laugh and giggle like they're like little kids. They're like
I might
preschool
be
age.
out of hand here by saying this,
Uh
but
huh.
that's kind of like a cook mentality right there. A cook. You know
A
what a
cuck.
cook is?
Uh huh.
Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of what it seems like. Just fucking feed the fucking monkey. I just want to see feed that fucking
Just want to
monkey.
see the, yeah, like that's the setup for the child that the monkeys get. They're like, yeah, because they like the monkey, and he has a name, and you know. I was like, all right.
That's weird. It's a little weird to me, actually. I mean, I get the incentive, but would American children react that way? Is what I'm trying to say. If
Yeah, I don't.
American children would be like, I don't want to do this no more. No, I'm fine, and they'll just turn it off.
Oh yeah, they're gonna mute you. You know, and she said she had a few of she like some of her older kids. She had one that was pretty much on her phone the whole time, like just kind of
Uh,
letting the lesson
the
go.
rich ones.
Yeah, well, the adolescents, yeah, I mean, it happens everywhere, I'm sure. You know, just probably to a lesser degree.
Yeah,
But yeah, so that's where the good camera came from. Like
that.
I'm not like a cam
Yeah,
girl
it's super
thing.
great.
I wanted people thinking like that's a really high quality webcam he's got there. I'm not.
That's how I feel. These virtual open mics are. They're basically comedy cam girls.
Yeah,
Head
I mean,
big boy.
like I said, to go back here, I'm not knocking anybody for doing it. I get it. I just I don't know. If I do one, it would have to be. I tossed around the idea of having like a very small gathering. Like I'm talking about extremely close friends, like here in
Mhm.
my backyard. Maybe do a little show on my patio there, and I can maybe live stream that. Because I think doing it with just comics, comics don't we don't laugh at each other. We don't make a very good
Yeah.
audience.
Oh
Uh,
no, no. We're just dissecting you.
right, and not even in a judgmental way. It's just natural.
Yeah.
It's very few and far
Well,
people that I laugh
sometimes
out.
I still enjoy comedians, to be honest with you. I mean, yeah, I dissect some people, but there's some comics that get up. Like whenever I see Larry Garza, like
Uh-huh.
I forget to be a comic and I just fucking
Yeah,
enjoy the show. You know what I mean? And there's
Larry's
a
probably
couple of
one of
them.
those that I would agree with you on that. Yeah, there's definitely a handful of comics that I'm able just to enjoy on just a natural level. But
Yeah.
most of the time, it's hard for me to get out of my head. I actually got to tell myself to like, hey, just watch it. You know,
Just enjoy it.
yeah,
Yeah.
enjoy it exactly. So, so I think having a couple of like non comics here that I could entertain might help me at least connect on some type of good level. To where people are
Yeah.
actually wanting to
Just say
watch
what it
it.
is. Get your fix. You need your fix.
Yeah,
Daddy needs his fix.
yeah. I'm probably gonna start releasing a lot more clips. Because I do have a lot of footage that I've recorded just in the last couple months on the road.
Yeah.
For my, it just so happens I record my every set I have because usually put a clip in my vlog that I have on my YouTube, and so I got like all my sets for like the last couple months recorded pretty well. So
Yeah, I'm thinking of bringing back some that I've released already, but they're like further down in the timeline. They already had a lot of views, so I'm gonna bring those back, and so they can just add on to the
yeah,
views that
there
it
you
already
go.
has.
Yeah, and there's lots of projects to go back. I've been horrible about uploading my podcast to YouTube. So and then just writing because there's gonna be a lot of stuff to talk about whenever we do get
Yeah,
back to that stage.
whenever
Hopefully,
that is. Hopefully
yeah.
soon. Yeah.
Hopefully, I know. The governor said today, as far as the restaurants and dining rooms and stuff, nightclubs, April 4th is what I heard, something like that. So,
Mm,
and then they'll I mean, I'm sure they'll have to reevaluate at that point. And then we'll see. Is it gonna be longer than that, or see how long this gets, you know, strung out for.
yeah, exactly. Man, I hope it's soon. I hope it's soon because it's really it's depressing more than anything. I mean, not only for comedians, obviously for everyone. For it's just a big whole clusterfuck. But goddamn, it's just it's so it's such a depressing time.
Yeah.
That's what I'm noticing. It's a depressing, and people are trying. People are trying. I can see it on social media. People are trying to bring light to it, but it's just evident that it sucks so much that
Yeah,
people
man.
can't get
It's
out of it. You
weird.
know what I mean?
Like, I just recently, I was chopping up one of my sets from Valentine's weekend, right, which is
Mm.
like a little over a month ago, and I did a Corona joke because it was still overseas. It wasn't really popping over here yet, and
Yeah.
it hit really well. You know, Flash forward to Phoenix this past Friday. I was in Phoenix at Stand Up Live, and I dropped a couple just references to it, and yeah, people were just not, it was
Yeah, they don't want to be
yeah,
reminded of it.
yeah. It's like, yeah, no, we're not gonna joke about that right now, So it's trying to gauge that, and then there's the meme culture around it. It's just
Oh man, they're
some
vicious.
people aren't digging it, but it is what it
Yeah,
is. I mean, you can't let it. We do have to start laughing about it at some point, because
yeah, absolutely.
if
Well,
not,
I think now we should. Now's the time to laugh at it. You know what I
mhm.
mean? But we have to be also compassionate because people. I mean, some people already have mental things that they go through even before this. They were already depressed. Now they're like, oh, right, fucking, of course this would happen. You know what I mean? like shit like that. So there's
Yeah.
there's got to be a way to ease to it, and that's why I'm doing this, because I want people to know that even the quote unquote happiest, the ones that seem the happiest, which are comedians that like making people laugh or whatever, we all go through these fucking anxieties too, and
Mhm.
that's what I want to show. That's why I want to show these episodes to be really really organic and see us in our own houses, not being able to do shit just like everyone else, and that's kind of what I want to showcase here.
Badass, man. Well, yeah. I mean, yeah. Thanks for having me on, man, and for letting me kind of chat with you about it. And like I said, can't wait to we can actually see each other in person. Like not being allowed to see you makes me miss you more, man. Like I don't see you like all the time, but
Yeah, exactly. Me too. Me too. I'm gonna kiss you in the mouth when I see you.
well,
Um,
longer than usual.
huh?
I said longer than usual. Like
Yeah. So before we sign out here, I've been telling every comic this. You have to end with one word. What at this moment, at this time, doesn't matter what we're going through. What's your favorite word right here, right now? And I'm gonna put it on your forehead.
my favorite word.
Mm-hmm. Just one word right here, right now.
Oh, was it supposed to be like a stream of consciousness thing? Because wasn't gonna make sense. I thought you were gonna
No,
ask me
anything.
what's to describe my mood or something.
No,
But
just the
my
word. What words in your mind right now that you want to say? And every comic that I've asked, same fucking reaction, which I love. You know what I
uh-huh.
mean? Because just what it doesn't matter what you're thinking, what we're going through. What's your favorite word right now? What's in your head? Just say it.
My favorite word is fuck all the time. That's my favorite word
All right.
because it means
Your
so
wish is my
much.
command.
There
There
you
you
go.
go.
I love the word, man. I really do. It is great.
It's a great word. It's a great. That's probably one of my favorite words that I've so far comics have said.
It's
Some
very
guy said
versatile.
bald.
It's very
Brian Powell
versatile.
said bald.
Bald.
Yeah, I was like, all right, thanks, Brian.
Okay.
No, but thanks for taking the time, man, to be on, man. I really appreciate you, and I'm gonna get these out as I go, because I just want people to be to keep seeing these, to get distracted a little bit with us, and yeah, man, it's gonna be. This is the fucking fourth one I do today, so I'm gonna watch TV now and get an anxiety attack.
Don't do that, man. Go to sleep or
Nah,
something.
I'm joking. I'm joking.
Do
I'm relaxing. I like being at
do
home.
some Sudoku
Uh,
or something.
I don't even know how to spell Sudoku, dude.
I'm gonna learn how to knit. That's what I'm doing.
The first episode, she started this the round thing that
Oh
they
yeah.
do the knitting. Yeah, she started doing that.
Oh really? Yeah.
Who did you say
You're
shush
all
to?
you're all getting beanies for Christmas. Send me your measurements. What are you like a eight?
Yes,
Are you like a eight and a quarter?
714.
Stop lying, bro.
No, 738. I'm sorry, seven three
Seven
eight.
and three
This one's a
eighths.
738. Yeah,
Okay. Okay, I got you.
I used to work at Lids, so I know my hat sizes.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Is it
All
tight
right,
though?
Javi Luna.
All right. Later.
Huh?
Is
No,
it
no,
tight
it's
though?
not.
It's good. Okay.
No, that's good, brother.
All right.
Yeah, and it's a beanie stretch. What are you talking
Oh,
about?
that's right. That's well, I haven't started knitting yet, so I don't know that yet. But you're right.
Well, you're just gonna make me a big fucking yarn condom. I'm gonna look like that guy from Fat Albert. Just my
Is
mouth is gonna show.
that Mushmouth? Was Mushmouth or that was a
Mush
different one?
mouth. Yeah, yeah,
Mushmouth.
that's
Yeah.
exactly. I don't know. I'm not as old as you. Um,
All
perfect. All right, brother. Well, I want you and your family to stay safe, man. You stay safe, and I hope to see you real fucking soon. Hopefully, this shit doesn't extend, and you get to still come down to Laredo and do my shit, and hopefully we can
Oh
go
yeah,
hit some
in September they might actually be normal by then, unless you have to like bump me for someone else. But we'll figure that out.
No, I wouldn't do that. If anything, I'd probably just make more shows
Okay.
to get them back on. You know what I
Catch
mean? I
up.
just want comedy to be alive and well, and
Oh yeah.
maybe we can hit the road too, brother. I feel like we'll do some damage out there.
Hell yeah, man. We'll do something for sure.
All right, bro. You have a good night, brother. Thank you so much, man, and we'll talk soon.
Yes, sir.